Greetings again. I'm Chris. This is my personal blog. This is the second part of me talking about my resolutions for 2020. I've set myself 20 resolutions. It's 20 for me. And basically, in two parts, I'm kind of talking through them. I did the first 10 in the last episode, and now I'm going to do the final 10. I've split it into four sections. I did self improvement and miscellaneous last time. This time, it's bucket list and fitness health ones. So I'm going to kick start with health and fitness. Number 11 is I'm going to do a race at your pace running challenge every month. This is an online virtual challenge. I did one last year every month in 2019, but I did a walking one. So I set myself a challenge of miles I had to walk every month. I manage that every month, so I'm pretty proud of that. I say that I'm recording this on the 29th of December, and I think I'm on course to complete the December one. I've probably jinxed myself now. But yeah, it's really pushed me to get out, motivated me to make sure I do a bit of extra walking. But I kind of feel like I want a new challenge. So 2020, it's going to be a running challenge every month. The smallest distance they do is 15 miles, which works out at roughly about 5K runs a month. I measure my runs in 5Ks, so it's going to be a bit tricky to kind of adjust to doing it in miles. And I'm never entirely sure about the conversion thing. It's one of those things they taught us like a day on it in school, and I've never remembered it. I know 5K is about 3.2 miles ish. So I'm kind of saying myself for January 15 miles to run, which, like I said, is about 5Ks. One of the beauties of this is that if you are exceeding your miles, you can jump to the next one. Now, the next target is 25 miles, which is basically just shy of a marathon over the course of a month. I think at the moment I'm managing in a good month about 30K, which is about 10K short of a marathon. So we'll see how we go. So that's number 11. Number 12 is to run a 10K. Now, I did couch to 5K last year. Kind of took me longer than planned, kind of struggled with getting into my rhythm again because it's been a few years since I last went running. But I'm really loving it now. I went for a run this morning, managed 5K fairly easily. It was tougher than normal because it's the first run after Christmas and I had an extended period of no running. So it was tough, but I felt good, and it wasn't like, I wasn't totally drained at the end. So that's my new goal, is to run 10K. I've actually signed up for the Barry Island 10K, which is in August. So I've got about 8 months, just shy of, no, about 7 months of training. So I'm confident I can do it. I just need to stick at it and gradually increase my distance, push myself, which hopefully will be something I do as I progress anyway with my normal runs. So number 3 is associated with running again. Now that is I kind of want to set a new personal best for this phase of my running. 5K, my best time in 2019 was 45 minutes, which is slow. I'm kind of comfortable knowing that I'm a slow runner, but I'd still like to improve it. When I ran a 5K back in 2012, I actually ran in 36 minutes, which is still slow, but seems a lot faster than I am now. And I kind of feel that I'm heavier now, I'm older. So aiming for that right off the bat is kind of foolish and just going to be demoralizing. So 2020, I'd just like to get under 45 minutes and then maybe slowly slowly improve my time. All right, number 4. This is one that has been on my resolution list every year, pretty much for the last like 5-6 years, and it is to lose weight. I'm I was heavier than I thought I was when I weighed myself in 2018. I did lose weight over 2018. I did lose weight in 2019. I'm not entirely sure how much I lost in 2019. I haven't done my last weigh-in yet. I'm going to do that at work on the 31st. Always depressing, a post-Christmas weigh-in. Or well, not depressing, but daunting. You know, I'm looking at it going, I've eaten rubbish, I haven't exercised as much. I'm kind of expecting the scales to give me bad news. But who can I blame but myself? Yeah, so lose weight. I've kind of given myself more of like a proper goal. I've kind of set myself this year. I want to lose 3 stone. 3 stone. I don't think at 3 stone I'll be suddenly amazingly happy with how I look and feel in my body. But I think 3 stone is a good target for 12 months. It's a stone every 4 months. Which is it's possible, which sounds doable. It's only a couple. I think it's like £3 a month. So I'm gonna try and commit to that and just keep going with it. Which brings me to number 5, and that is the monthly weight updates. This is something I've done for a while. It kind of makes me think about how I'm eating, my behavior, how I'm doing with food, how I'm doing with my weight loss, and it also holds me accountable. I can't just pretend I never made this resolution if I've got to update every month. So throughout the year, probably towards the end of every month or the start of the following month, there'll be like a monthly update on how I'm doing. So hopefully every month this year, 2020, will be an improvement. 2019, it was a bit wobbly. I started strong. I finished okay. There was a kind of a wobble around November, and there was a wobble in the summer when I kind of had a bit of a rough time, and I was kind of struggling with mental health, and it kind of affected my diet badly. So that's the 5 health and fitness ones. So to recap those real quick, that's race at your pace running challenge every month. Do a 10K, set a new second phase 5K time, basically get it under 45, lose weight, hopefully 3 stone, and document my weight loss journey. I hate that term. I hate weight loss journey. God, I sound like a dick. But yeah, documented over the course of the year. So that brings us to the 4th and final section, and it's all to do with my bucket list. I've got a bucket list of things I want to do. Mine is 66 items. I kind of talked about this on a previous one where I completed a man versus food challenge. Completed 4 out of 66. But I'm still some of them are long-term ones. I'm going to come to that in a minute. But one of my first in this section is to cross something off the bucket list. So I've got 62 to choose from. Just get one done, cross it off the list, and then it's 5 out of 66, which is still a long way to go, but is an improvement. The other bucket list items on this are all kind of ways of chipping away at other bucket list items. So, for example, I've set a recent one, which is to cover by foot the equivalent of the circumference around the Earth, which is about 25,000 miles-ish. Coming to the end of 2019, like I said, I've got a couple of days left. I've done about 2,000 miles because I've been really pushing myself with the race at your pace to walk more. So in 2020, I would like to beat that total. So whatever my total is, if I can get 1 mile higher than it, that's a success. And that will, of course, move me towards my goal of covering the circumference of the Earth. Similarly, number 3 in this section, which means it's number 18 in general, in total, is to raise more money for charity. One of my bucket list items, probably the least selfish one I have on there, is to raise £1 million for charity over the course of my life. I started this in 2018. I raised about 300 that year. I raised £783, 22 pence in 2019, which I'm very proud of. Very grateful for everyone who sponsored me in all the stuff I did. And in 2020, I would love to beat that total. So anything above £783.22, even if it's 783 pounds and 23 pence, even that will be this crossed off the list, and it will bump me towards that goal. I'm currently on total just over 1,000, which is so it's great. That's money that will have helped some good causes. But the other way I look at it is that that's like 0.1% of a million or something equally trifling. So I'm going to be asking for sponsorships for the 10K I'm doing in August. I'm kind of worried about asking my friends for too much sponsorship. I get that times are tough. So I'm going to try and figure out a way to maybe get some businesses to sponsor me to do some stuff. And I've got plans in motion for that. So that's something that I'll probably talk about in future. So 19, last but one. Finish the Swansea to Chepstow section of the Wales Coast Path. One of my bucket list items is to walk the entire length of the Wales Coast Path, which is about 780 miles from Chepstow in the south all the way around to Queensguard, I think it's called, somewhere near up near the Chester border. So I've done 12 miles in 2019. And I'd love to complete. It's split into guidebooks, and there's like 7 books, I think it is. And the one I've got at the moment is Chepstow, which is the end of the route, to Swansea. And I'd love to just complete all of that by the end of the year. So, like I said, I've done 12 miles. I think I've got about 70 miles left on it, maybe a bit more. So I'm going to no, it's more than that. I think it's like 100 miles. So I'm going to try and do that over the course of the year in several smaller chunks. And of course, that will help towards the circumference of the Earth resolution and bucket list item. So that's cool. That's going to be something that I'm going to work at over the course of the year. Probably try and get 5 or 6 long walk days in before the end of the summer, because, of course, British weather being what it is, walking it in the winter is no fun. And last on the list, number 20, bucket list item is to visit 100 countries before I die. I'm currently on 9. I would love to visit a new country this year. There's kind of a vague plan for me and my wife to do this later in the year. If that comes off, that's great. If not, I'm probably going to try and arrange for us to have maybe a quick weekend getaway to a fairly nearby European country. So Belgium, Portugal, Luxembourg. Those are the 3 closest countries that I haven't been to before. So I'm going to try and do that. So yeah, as you can see, I've got a lot to do this year if I want to complete my resolutions list. So if you've got any, so feel free to comment below. You can wish me luck. You can tell me what resolutions you're doing. You can give me advice or tips or country recommendations. Which country should I visit? Bear in mind I'm on a budget here. But also, I'd love to see down below, as you've now hopefully watched both parts, give me a prediction, a score out of 20 of how many resolutions you think I'll achieve. So there I am. That's all I've got to say. This has been another long video. Thanks for sticking with me if you have. Good luck with your own resolutions for the new year. Keep checking in to see how I'm doing with all of mine. And yeah, Happy New Year. Be excellent to each other. Bye-bye.